Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves in the financial world recently: South Korea's Kospi Index surging by more than 13%. Now, if you're like me and you've been keeping an eye on global markets, this headline probably caught your attention. But here's the thing, it's not just about the numbers. What makes this really interesting is the why behind it. Personally, I think this isn't just a random spike, it's a reflection of something much bigger happening in the tech and AI space. Let me break it down for you. First off, the Kospi's jump is largely driven by a rebound in AI-related stocks. Samsung Electronics, for instance, saw a 19.3% surge, and SK Hynix, the memory chip maker, soared by 22.6%. Now, if you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about South Korea, it's about the global appetite for AI innovation. What many people don't realize is that these companies are at the forefront of semiconductor technology, which is the backbone of AI. So, when Wall Street rallies on AI optimism, it's no surprise that South Korea's tech giants follow suit. But here's where it gets fascinating. This rebound comes after a massive sell-off earlier in the week, where the Kospi plummeted over 16%. Why? Worries about an AI bubble and rising competition from China's chipmakers. In my opinion, this volatility is a clear sign of how fragile yet promising the AI sector is right now. Now, let's talk about the broader implications. The Kospi's surge isn't happening in isolation. Tokyo's Nikkei 225 also climbed nearly 5%, with SoftBank Group, a major OpenAI investor, jumping 15.1%. This raises a deeper question: are we seeing a global realignment in tech investments? From my perspective, it feels like the market is trying to figure out where the real value lies in AI. Is it in the hardware, like chips and semiconductors, or in the software and applications? A detail I find fascinating is how quickly sentiment can shift. One week, investors are panicking about a bubble; the next, they're pouring money back in. What this really suggests is that AI isn't just a trend, it's a transformative force that's still finding its footing. Here's where I think it gets even more intriguing: the role of China. The sell-off earlier in the week was partly fueled by concerns about Chinese chipmakers intensifying competition. But if you ask me, this competition isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's pushing companies like Samsung and SK Hynix to innovate faster and stay ahead. Personally, I see this as a classic case of disruption driving progress. The question is, can South Korea maintain its edge? And what does this mean for the global tech landscape? Before we wrap up, let's zoom out for a second. This Kospi surge isn't just a story about stock prices, it's a snapshot of where we are in the AI revolution. It's about the tension between hype and reality, between innovation and competition. One thing that immediately stands out is how interconnected everything is. Wall Street sneezes, and markets in Asia catch a cold, or in this case, rally. What this tells me is that we're all in this together, whether we like it or not. So, here's my closing thought: as we watch these markets fluctuate, let's not just focus on the numbers. Let's think about what they're telling us about the future of technology, the global economy, and our place in it. What do you think? Is this AI boom sustainable, or are we headed for another bust? Let me know in the comments below.